Good morning. I wanted to bring you out to the garden and show you some of the things I've got growing. I've got over 200 herbs growing right now and more to come. And they're all in their own little containers out in the yard. And it's pretty exciting. So let me just show you a few things that I've got going on here. We've got some cute little cosmos flowers that Lumen is growing. We've got blue vervain back here. Look how it got bent over. One of my favorite things about blue vervain is I always seem to get a plant every year where one of them does this. This one was hit by a branch, and look, the end of it is still flowering. It's shot itself right back up. This one's doing the same thing. It's got a complete curve where it's decided it's not going to give up just because it's been bent over. They're really resilient. Got lots of little herbs in here. Some Thai basil, one of my favorite little yummies. A little baby skullcap coming in right here. Little fresh bloom on it. These big beauties here are a version of Tulsi. Tulsi is one of my most favorite herbs. This is the bloom of this one. This is Tulsi Vana. Its leaves are just thick and velvety and so soft. Really different from the Tulsi Kapoor, which is my most favorite. And actually over here I've got some just about to bloom again. I just harvested these not too long ago, and they just keep producing and producing. I'll cut them down, and they just keep getting bigger and bigger. They're my most favorite. I've got a few of them around. And I've got some good mints over here. These more long leaf ones are very peppermint. I'm not sure what these broadleaf ones are. If you know, I'd love to know. Got a couple varieties that aren't the tastiest. Over here I've got some nettle. Got a few stings from her yesterday as I was giving her a little fertilizer. Got a few nettles in the yard too. They're another favorite of mine to grow and to consume. Some little babies down in here. I've only got a few vegetables this year, but I have got a couple of peppers in the ground here. And a couple beautiful roselle or hibiscus. The leaves of this are so delicious. They are one of Lumen's favorite snacks. And mine too, they're very lemony. And back here is tucked. Can you see her? This giant elecampane. Her leaves are huge. Just huge. I've got a few of those around the yard. Let's see what else we can find over here. Another elecampane, some giant leaves happening. And then this is a burdock next to her. She looks like she's starting to have a little sprout down here. That might be her shoot for flowering. And I've got a couple of beautiful hairy yarrow, of which have already bloomed. I don't know if they'll bloom again. It's the first year I've had them bloom. I've got lots of little nasturtiums around. These cute, fun little circle leaves. They're really peppery. The flowers are beautiful. And then I've got some motherwort. This one, all three of these are pretty big and tall and hardy. I've already harvested them once this year, and they're starting to shoot up for more thick blooms again. Here's a sad story in my garden. These were yarrow a couple days ago that were eaten up by some caterpillar. Completely munched down. Over here, there's a bunch of oregano. Got a few big plots like this. Some more mint. Some more nettle. And this one, you may or may not be able to tell that this one's just starting to bloom a bit. The nettle blooms are teeny, tinies. couple of little bitty tomato plants in here. This one's itty bitty. It's called a top hat. And it's great for containers and just grows little small little ones. Here you can see my echinacea. I am probably going to harvest most of this echinacea today. They've been in bloom. There's only about 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 plants of it here. They're about ready to come out. Some more tulsi down here. Pretty tall. This is an evening primrose. It's my first time growing it, and it's about to bloom. I've got a couple of them around the yard. I'm excited to see what they'll look like. A few more peppers. Some more lumen cosmos. Let's see if I can show you my mulberry. Got a giant one in the backyard that started putting offshoots in random places around the yard back there, so I started digging them up to cultivate them. There's some beautiful horsetail coming up. These pretty green shoots, some new ones starting. A little bit of aloe down here. Some more oregano. A little bit of blooms on the oregano. Now this one you can definitely see the blooms on the nettle, the stinging nettle, which my hand is a little sore from touching it so much yesterday. Its name is True. Some little babies. Got some cute little vines to grow some loofah, hopefully. Our first few tomato starts. Lumen loves some little cherry type tomatoes. Some more peppermint. Little blue vervain buds flowering. A bucket of comfrey. They're gonna get transplanted today. They just shot up overnight almost. Really happy. This is another echinacea that will be starting to bloom soon. A few tomatoes packed in back there. Some medicinal flowers that are going to come up. This beautiful pepper. I don't know what the peppers will be like, but the plant itself is so pretty. All of these leaves just are gorgeous. Got a few of them going. Some more nasturtiums. A few little babies. And that's about it. There's multiples of most of what you saw around and some new babies starting. And I'll be transplanting some stuff today. I've been excited about the harvest I've managed so far this year and that I have enough to share with others. So let me know if any of the things I talked about are something that you're looking for. I'd love to help you out. Have a great day. Luminous healing.